Hey guys, and welcome. My name's NG Paradox, and welcome to the Monks and Mystics DLC. Now, obviously, we're going to continue our story as the lovable Count Emo. Just one letter short of being called Elmo, which would just make him even more lovable, to be honest. He's doing okay, actually. I think the character himself, he's actually grown quite well. It's funny, thinking about my other series with the Osgreys, with our character just becoming more evil and evil as we go along, then comparing it to Count Emo, he's just getting nicer and nicer as he gets older. 48, he's not too old just yet. The barony was inherited by the Brabants, and he has something in his treasury. An iron mace. A mace forged entirely out of iron that will allow for more powerful blows. So, martial, personal combat skill, quite nice. Heavy foot soldiers, plus 5%. Created, original owner was Hendrik himself. Okay, pretty cool. So that's nice, he has something himself. I really hope we can get something at some point soon. Would love to have that. I do like the treasury system. Not sure how widespread it is for items. I don't think it's probably very common. Just informed me that Count Aldabero tried to recruit her to a scheme to seduce my wife. You're trying to seduce my wife? He does have a lover, so he's known for kind of being he's a bit lustful. He's known for kind of sleeping with other people's wives. That son of a whore. I have to show him. I don't think Emma would say that. I don't think he'd say son of a whore, probably. I don't think that's the type of man he is. But we now know he is trying to get after her. Request excommunication. No. There's nothing we can really do to stop him. I mean, known plots. Yeah, there's nothing we can really tell there. But I guess we'll just know. The Randy Goat. He becomes my bitter rival. So Emo has his first rival, Count Adalbero. You son of a... What's your county? Steiermark. Okay. Is it Steer? I think it's Steiermark. So right there on the border with Croatia. We're not fond of that man. Luckily he's very far away from us. We probably won't deal with him very often. Young Reynolds has finished his education and has become a intricate web weaver. So he's got 10 kind of diplomacy and 11 intrigue. Not great there. In fact, he's kind of a mix of his two brothers. You know, he's got some okay diplomacy and intrigue. His first brother's good at diplomacy, second brother's good at intrigue, except for he's worse than both of them. He's worse separately than both of them, so yeah. I'm starting to think Alade might fancy me. I don't think Emo's the type of man to make a move. He's humble. He's zealous. He doesn't really have many vices, shall we say. It's not appropriate, yeah. He doesn't believe it is. Is my wife okay? She isn't sleeping with anyone, is she? Maybe we're okay then. Oh, we just passed the 1,000. We can request a rank up. Let's do it. Let's go up. And my marshal is gone. What has happened? What happened to my marshal? Well, Simon isn't too bad. So let's put Simon. Very kind of just normal name there. I don't think we meet many Simons, actually. I can't really remember the last time I saw Simon in this game. He is married, though, to this girl, so we'll keep them as they are. They've had twins. That's very nice. I hereby grant you permission to advance to the next rank within the Benedictine Order. Thank you very much, Prince Bishop of Durham. It is my privilege. So we now have a new ability. And yes, the Duke just died. He was 76, so we were kind of expecting this. But with his death, his son has taken over, Duke Gottfried. And so with him, it could bring some instability to the realm. It could be a chance for us to take advantage. He's content, he's gluttonous, he's chaste, and patient. Yet another morning when I wake up feeling as tired as when I went to bed, I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone Seclude myself. Yeah, let's go into meditation for now. So he just said, okay, let's look. What was I looking at a second ago? This, yeah. So we're going to see what we can do. So we see what we can do now. We can invite a learned ascetic member of the order to your court. I'm guessing it's in here. There we go. Invite holy ascetic. We need 300 devotions. I'm guessing it costs that. Yeah, loses 300 devotion. That's quite a lot of devotion. The next rank up, though, is 2,000. That's an awful lot. That's double the last time. Huh. It will allow us to get another member to help us become more diligent. Yeah, that doesn't sound so amazing. I think what I'll do, I'll probably wait till we get 300. We'll try this ability out. I guess we're going to try out the different abilities. So you'll probably try that out once we get to 300. And we'll see what it's like. I'm not really sure what to expect there. I'm guessing you just invite someone to your court. Don't know if they're good. Don't know if they're bad. Yeah, or if you can choose maybe between different people. Regency's over. I've gained a newfound respect for the hermits of old. My time spent fasting and praying in seclusion has done me good. God has helped me strengthen my mind. 10% chance of getting diligent. Come on. Oh, he actually got it. Good job, Emo. See, I told you, he's just getting nicer and better as he gets older. He's now a hard worker. God's blessing upon thee, Commissus Emo. You've impressed us all with your noble rule and adherence to the rules of Saint Benedict. As a reward for your recent advancement to the rank of Commissus, I've sent you one of the Saint Benedict's finger bones. Protect his holy relic with your life. You honor me. To the treasury. Yes, we got one. Ah, yes. We finally have something in our family's treasury. The Van Loons finally have their first piece of treasure. Something we can hold in the vault or something. And it is a saint's finger bone. This little bone is said to have come from a great saint. Yeah, Saint Benedict. Monthly prestige and piety. Not amazing, but prestige and piety can always help in some ways. I like that. I'm just happy we have something in there, really. Declared Holy Roman War over Nice. What the... Okay, so he's declaring war on a mayor. Let's just have a quick look here. Okay, so this land is controlled by the Barony of Monaco? No, it's not that place. Let's have a quick look again. It wasn't this one, it was this one. Yeah, it's this. Okay, so apparently the cities here are controlled by other people outside the realms, not actually by the Emperor himself, so he's just going down there to kick their asses, bring them into the HRE, where they belong, of course. Who would even say against him there? And I think actually now with the new Liege Lord, we should probably look into claims. Now, it might be a good idea to try and get a claim on Lower Lorraine, because I have a new son. One of his sisters might be available. Or daughter. 5 years old, a bit too young. The sister, though, is 8 years old, and she has a weak claim on Upper Lorraine and Lower Lorraine. I like that. It's weak claims, but they could be useful. And he does have 2 daughters, actually. That's a good point. He does have 2 daughters. So that could come in handy. I mean, if he dies, though, this girl becomes the inheritor, though. I don't think he'll let us marry her. And that's 11 years to wait. Yeah, it's too long. He might even let us marry the sister. Yes, he would. There's 2 nice little possible claims there for my youngest son. And if I look around, I don't think there's anything in particular we want. I remember we looked around for my other sons. I couldn't really see any great alliances at the time. Yeah, they're either too young or something, or just not that great, from what I remember. We've got the marriage of them. Hanut, you have a daughter. She's already married. The son who inherits has a daughter who is 0 years old. The other lands underneath him, a lot of them are kind of, if I remember correctly, they're churches, it always feels like. There's lots of churches underneath him. How about this family? Gilray. No daughters to speak of. And Ekbert Brunonen. Brunonen? That sounds like an odd name to pronounce. The daughter's married. The son has no daughters. Yeah, I don't think there's anything good there. I think marrying our liege lord's sister is actually probably the best choice. Gotta wait a few years, but that gives us time then to look for any replacements, possibly. But we'll do that for now. It's 2 good claims, possibly. If we have to go against our liege lord, it could be useful. There we go. And if the realm, you know, in our duchy kind of falls apart, we could push her claim, possibly. Or even in the other one, for, is it Upper Lorraine, I think. Donatus Valentin has contacted me, asking me if I have any interest in learning more about roses. Apparently his latest achievement involves a dark red variant mixed with a particular type of yellow wild rose. I think as we're diligent, yeah, we'll probably go. Fascinating, I shall visit. I shall come to see. He was murdered? A bishop was just murdered by a prince bishop. That's, yeah, there's a bit of assassinations going on here in the realms of God, shall we say? That's not good at all. Both underneath Duke Gottfried, he's content, gluttonous, chaste, patient, hunchback, married to this family, who are basically just the lords of Corsica, not particularly high up, so he hasn't got any strong alliances, actually, yeah. That's fine. Escorted through the gardens of the monastery, I immediately spot the work of Brother Valentin. The roses are a delicate mixture of red and yellow, a hue of sunset at their center. They're beautiful. My escort nods, offering me a small spade. They're a little cramped over there, though. Would you mind helping out? Oh, I can do that. Thank you, but no thanks. I think this is kind of like if he's willing to do like manual labor. And I think Emo, because he's a humble man and he's diligent, he probably would. Oh, I could do that, I think. We could get green fingers or dirty hands. And we got green fingers, +1 to learning. And my liege lord has invited me to be a commander. Well, we just married his sister to my son. And someone just got burnt at the stakes. So I'm going to accept, because, you know, obviously we didn't have the greatest relationship with his father, but he's not his father. The sins do not pass on to the son, is what I think. Does that say that in the Bible? I think it does say that in the Bible. So we won't do anything about that. So she was a Catholic, so it wasn't a religious thing, it looks like. Yeah, the Regenar. Hendrik the Just. Apparently he's just. I mean, I guess he killed her for a good reason, I would suppose, then. He's known as the Wise. Heinrich the Wise. The Holy Roman Empire. 3 different sons. Build a war chest has been done. And we have no more ambitions we can pick from. Well, that's not good. My liege's council. I'm not on it. You see, there's a lot of monks there. See, that's the one thing that's kind of worrying me with this DLC, actually. There's a lot of monks around. People who look like monks. Prince Bishop. Okay, they actually... It's because 3 of them are actually Prince Bishops, so they actually should probably look like that. It's just only 1, really, that's been added in. I don't know, they just all look too similar. I think maybe the Counts, if they join, like, the Benedictine Order, they shouldn't have to change how they look. Is it the same for the Dominican one? Yeah, I feel like the Counts when they join, they shouldn't have to change their hairstyle and look and stuff. I feel like it does it too much, maybe. That's just my personal opinion, I don't know. I think they could have kept it as it was. Your Marshal Simon has put forward a plan for experimentation with new military technology inspired by a supposedly brilliant inventor, an engineer that he has recently befriended. All that's needed is a little funding. You shall have it. No, this is pointless. Well, I feel like because of his diligent nature, he might want to. I'll betray. It's about justice, yeah. You shall have it, yeah. We've got the gold right now. Obviously, I have said I do want to build a church in Lune. But we still need 500 gold. It's going to take quite a while for us to make that much gold. About 1,700 men, not too many men. They finished the war, not surprisingly. It didn't take too long. We were back in time for breakfast. What a useless war. Oh, and he's at war with Scotland. 83% in favour of King William. We also have the betrothals now ready for my son. Good job, son. She's not very special, but she's a strong claim on the county of Brabant. That could come in handy, especially because he does have a daughter. And that's it. The armored chariot. You receive a report from the outcome of the military experiments that your marshal asked you to sponsor. Apparently, a large steel-plated chariot was constructed, propelled by 10 men, inside pulling it forward, directed by a commander peering out from a revolving turret mounted on top. This sounds a bit like a tank. This vehicle had several ballistas firing through arrow slits, though ending up being too slow and expensive for actual wartime employment. It still provided some valuable lessons. I'm glad something came out of this. Get some technology out of that. Sounds pretty good. We can increase it as well, except for the marriage. Everything's nice here. What type of technology do I think? I'm thinking maybe siege equipment. Yeah, maybe I choose basically what I think, because of roleplay, what I think our character in his place would choose. We are next to an important river that goes to the sea, so we could go for shipbuilding, but I don't think we're likely to use many ships. I don't think we have any, because we're not by the sea, so we can't even build them, so there's really no point to that. Or military organization. Let's go for siege equipment, I think. Yeah, I think that's what he would do. Should probably make a designated regent. My brother, yeah, we'll choose my brother for now. He can be the regent. She's arrived at my court physician. We've still not been able to call a new court physician. Yeah. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer to call a court physician. And is that disease getting here? Uh-oh. Some disease is slowly getting over here. Oh no, it's growing. That camp fever looks like here, at least. Don't you dare grow towards Loon. Recruit court physician, there we go. Yet another morning. Why do I keep waking up and feeling tired? I mean, Emo, you're pushing yourself too hard. I know you feel God will protect you and stuff, but you know, you're just pushing yourself too hard. We'll seclude ourselves again. It always does wonders for him. So of course he's going to do it. He's been appointed my regent for now. We've also got consumption just up there. We'll recruit a court physician when we get out of seclusion. I've gained a newfound respect for the hermits of old. We gained 100 piety. Nah, it's nothing special from that. Let's recruit a court physician. You sent messengers and scouts down all directions to scout the realm for a skilled physician. Hopefully this one's not a heretic. That's what I would like. And here we go. A messenger brings you word from Hasselt. One of the priests residing there is willing to serve as your personal physician. The priest, named Oliver, is schooled in formal medicine and has served in several sick houses. Sounds good so far, though it appears as if the other priests are happy to see him go, as he is renowned for being a tad overzealous and frankly insane. He's possessed. He's possessed. But apparently they say he's overzealous, so I think his possessedness is kind of like his overzealousness, they're saying. I guess that's the insane part. But the fact he's overzealous and a monk, I think our guy would like... He wouldn't mind that. The fact he's overzealous, Emma's probably like, you know what, this is my kind of guy. The possessed thing, though, might be might put him off a little bit, but then again, he might think that's not a big deal, seeing as he's overzealous. Yeah, okay, let's just choose this guy then. We get 50 piety, pay 10 gold. Let's do that then. Come join me, Oliver. Welcome to the Van Loon family. Let's have a quick look at this. Court physician's done. Did choose my brother again. Declared holy war on Monaco. I said that, didn't I? Monaco was probably next on the radar. The disease is getting very close to the Loon. Damn camp fever. Don't you dare come to Loon. Our people are tired. Emma's always getting tired. He doesn't need sickness as well. He can't handle it. My subjective opinion has always given me more praise than criticism. Okay, that's nice. Some extra prestige. Has my son had a baby? What the? My son's a leper? Afflicted with the horror that is leprosy? This character's experiencing purgatory on Earth? No. My son, he's disfigured? What happened? When did this happen? When did all of this happen to you? Why did you not tell your own father? This is not good. Well, the brother's okay. The other brother's okay. What is wrong with him? My daughter's okay. See, all my kids are fine apart from my heir. My heir, the man who's meant to take over and run our lands, is now a leper. Great. I should disinherit you for being a leper. Oh, Brabant just died. There we go. Countess Richelda Regener. Now we can declare war for my son's wife's claim on Brabant. She's 4 years old, so we have a lot of time. We should wait until they have a baby. But once they have a baby, we can push my son's wife's claim, and that will give us Brabant. Brabant's probably an okay piece of land. 2,000 men though right now. Wow. Okay, Brabant actually has quite a few men. Yeah, I only get 1,700. Huh. I didn't realize I'd have that many men. But that's good though. That's a good sign. As long as my son... Does leprosy affect your fertility? Yes, minus 95%. Oh no. My son has to get better. He died a natural death. We got another message. Would like me the Chancellor. Duke Gottfried, we accept. Wow, see, he's been far more respectful to us. You know, in our old age, we've become a lot more respected, I think, by the whole realm. And so he's noticed that. So he's now made us the Chancellor of Lower Lorraine. What a great day this is. You would like me to help you with a favour, the wife of the Duke. I don't know, I'd like to know what you're going to vote for, and I have no idea. She is the spy master, though. I guess for Count Emo. Yeah, I don't think he feels there's anything to gain from this. I think he's just going to decline. Yeah. We're going to decline. I don't see much reason to have her in our debt. Emo doesn't really have anything he's looking for right now, at least not at this second. Maybe his children will, though. 51 now, he's getting a little bit older there. His hair still looks the same, though. You can see his face, though, a little bit more wrinkled. My son... I'm still just disappointed in that. He's married to a girl who has a great claim. Was murdered by the Prince Bishop. What was with these Prince Bishops? The Duchy of Alsace. Of Swabia. Okay, visiting the monastery, at which my order has convened this time, I join my fellow lay members in dutifully performing all tasks required of us. In the evening, after the day's hard work, the abbot gathers all of the visiting lay members and reveals the monastery's great treasure. A great relic that's been safeguarded here for many generations. Ooh, what could it be? That's nice, I guess. I like that he's just like, okay, that's nice. Let us celebrate in glory. I'm paying. Or it should be mine. Now, with Emma, obviously, he's zealous, so he probably likes, this sort of treasure, holy treasure. Hard worker, he's humble. Probably that means you wouldn't want to steal it. Temperate. Moderation. Yeah, maybe that kind of puts slightly off as well. Arbitrary maybe means he's more likely to, slightly a bit. Honest, also probably not likely to try and... Plans a theft of it, yeah. Probably wouldn't do that. I think you'd say, let us celebrate its glory. I'm paying. I think he'd do that one. Because he wants to, he's not, that's nice. That's kind of like just like, you don't care. It's like, oh, I guess that's nice. Okay, bye. But this one's kind of like, let's celebrate this great thing. He'll do that. Costs a bit of money, but I don't think he particularly cares about that. Commander, again, yeah, we'll accept. We'll come back as a commander. I don't know why I left. My offer of funding the celebration of the relic was well received, and has heightened my standing in the eyes of my brothers and sisters. For many days we sang, prayed, and paraded the holy relic around the nearby villages. Donations to the monastery have increased greatly. All in all, it was a tremendous success. Diplomacy goes up. Very nice. How is my position? 400. We can now invite someone to my court. Let's do that. What happens? Is it an event? Okay. The monk, Berthold, has finally arrived at my court. Berthold is the most noble and wise man. I'll happily receive his counsel in matters of religion and scholarly pursuits. Oh my! Okay, that's actually pretty good. Look at this. He's amazing. Shy, zealous of course, chaste, charitable, gardener, renowned physician, a genius, celibate, monk. Well, you're going to become our new physician. I'm really sorry there, Oliver, but your time is over. I'm going to have to replace you. Has to be Bertold. Congratulations. We're going to have to put you on the council. What's our weakest position, I guess? Steward is definitely the weakest one. He's pretty good. That's his second best one, but learning. I'll keep my brother there, yeah. Bertold, you can have this one. I don't think you can get married, can you? No. You're a monk. You can't get married. I'm sorry, Bertold. But we'll get you to collect taxes. I like that. That's actually pretty good. The fact that if you can get to this rank, you get a pretty awesome member on your council. Obviously, he can't marry, so you can't really get his traits into your family, but he can then serve your family. That's really good, and you could do it a few times. You could do it 4 times, 5 times, and get your whole council as, like, awesome people. So that's really useful. Our council actually doesn't look too bad anymore, now that you look at it. But I think we're going to bring this bit to a close there then. So you can see here, our goodness, our holiness of Emo has brought us many good things, you know. His traits, you know, diligent. He's become humble, temperate. He's lost his cravenness. He's become a good man as he's gotten older. It didn't help my son. That's probably the only bad thing. But apart from that, he's got lots of good things. We now have a finger bone. We have a finger bone for our family for the futures to come. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. We got a nice little courtier there, Bertold. Hopefully, oh, he's 65 years old. He's a bit old, really. I was going to say maybe he could look after our family for a generation or two, but nope, he's 65. He's probably not going to be with us that much longer. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next part. I've been NG Paradox, and this has been Emo Van Loon. 51 years old. Not sure how much longer we're going to be in, but hopefully my son can get over his leprosy and make a baby. We need that baby right now. It's the perfect time. We'll have to wait and see, though. How many men does she have right now? Still got quite a lot, but yeah. See you next time.